Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. 5 things that will make you happy with a twist. I have seen that. A long time ago, I was not concerned about being happy. I was concerned about being someone in society, studying hard, working as hard as I could. And at school, a lot of us, we write down and say, I want to be a doctor, lawyer, engineer. But we never say, I want to be happy. John Lennon said that. Powerful words. For me, I see that happiness has nothing to do with becoming someone, because we already are magnificent. And I feel a lot of us feel unhappiness because we are pushing ourselves out of our own authenticity. And once you surrender, you feel total calm. But along my journey, I have had to discover what happiness really means. Number 1. What's helped me along my journey is giving up in the pursuit of happiness. Because a lot of us, when we think of being happy from society, it may be being famous, having more money, being more beautiful or handsome, more power. All of these things going through our mind. But the research shows that does not bring happiness. I see that happiness is a temporary emotion. And what causes us so much discomfort is the attachment to this. And we want to make it a permanent feeling and sensation, when in essence, it's only an emotion. And what freed me and made me even more happier was when I stopped searching for happiness on the outside and realized it already existed on the inside. And I realized that I can make a positive change within the world just by following my true intuition. And that's what I did. Because a lot of us, we keep ourselves in boxes. And once you move out of that box, you find what happiness is. We talk of in society, is the glass half full or is it half empty? I move beyond that whole concept totally, because that's where happiness and unhappiness lives. Once I transcended that duality, I realized that I am the glass. I am the glass. So it doesn't matter how much water is in there. I am the essence. I am the container. We came into this 3D dimension with all the tools we need to create the life we desire. And there is a lot of research showing what makes people happy. Meaningful relationships. And that's why if you add me on Facebook now, I am going to ask you a question. Who are you? How has your journey been? Because it's all about forming more intimate relationships with people in your everyday life. And what's even better is face-to-face interaction. Number 2 is when I let go of judging how I felt, I freed myself totally. When I banished this negative self-talk towards myself, when I moved away from this story I created about myself to say, Ralph Smart is da 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 da, how much of that is true? Because it's all BS belief systems. And any belief is only coming from the past. That is why all beliefs will continue to change, because the truth lives in the present. And once I realized I am not my story, I am infinity, I recreated and reinvented who I was. Many of us, we feel like a victim of our past. And that brings about so much unhappiness. That becomes our permanent state. And I see that happiness is a state of well-being. And we can create happiness because happiness lives in the moment. I say happiness is right now. And it's wonderful when you realize that you can impact the world in such a positive way. It doesn't matter how much money you have. I have counseled millionaires, but what you find is that they are still dealing with the same problem as yourself. Because many of us, we are suppressing our emotions. And if we are angry, we are told it's not okay to be angry in society. Now you are unstable. But it is so liberating to not judge your anger, just like you don't judge your sadness, just like you don't judge your happiness. And feel the release. Feel calmer. Feel more serenity within yourself. Number 3 is that there is no limit. That is what I have seen along my journey. A lot of us, we love to give ourselves limitations, self-imposed, because we say, who am I to be great? We say, I am not worthy to go to the next level. I realize that, look up. The sun never stops shining. 24/7. It's always there. And it's just liberating to see that radical action for me has freed me. The biggest secret I learned, even from sharing with you wonderful people, is that you have to keep on doing it without resting on your laurels, because you reach the stage of consistency where there is no hierarchy in your creation. So any video I make is the same as any other video. It doesn't matter if I'm talking about the pineal gland or how to know he or she's the one. It is just an expression. And once you don't become attached to even what people say, how great your work is or how great it isn't, once you can just enjoy the process, that makes you more happy. That brings about more coherency between the heart, brain, and body. I say radical action is about feeling nervous, but still going for it. For me, that is the greatest relief in the world, to say, I have the energy, I can create, I am not a victim. I am doing what I know I came here to do, because what else is there to do? And our whole lifestyle can contribute to our overall well-being. I've seen it along my journey. If you're in love, I say looking at someone's eyes is the most attractive thing in the world, because you catch a glimpse of their soul. So forming deep bonds with people. People's mortality rate doubles when they are lonely. That is what the research is showing. And for me, it's also about looking at food and how it can boost our mood. Chia seeds are my favorite, and the omega-3s do wonders for increasing our well-being, our happiness, and it's plant-based. Cashews, looking at all of these nutrients, you have magnesium, and cashews are full of magnesium, also almonds, but this helps in the production of serotonin, which helps to balance out our emotions, which is the energy in motion, and our overall mood. We have zinc. Zinc, you find it in lentils, and this helps to boost our immune system. You have calcium, you find it in kale, watercress, and this phytonutrient does wonders. Iron. Just looking at what kinds of phytonutrients we are placing into our mouth, we can control our inner happiness, because it all starts there. Once we take care of our insides, the outsides take care of themselves. Number 4, what's helped me is saying what you really mean. Yes, no, 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 yes. So what is it? It's hard to be confident when you are communicating with people, because we don't want people to think we are rude. But in building confidence, we have to say what we really feel, because for me, I've seen that gives you transparency, honesty, but it also allows you to express. So once again, we are not suppressing our emotions and we feel happier. And lastly, number 5 for me has been diving deep into the rabbit hole. And that is looking at the world in a different way. Earlier on today, I was listening to Alan Watts and how he was talking about how we are all living in a dream and we have infinite potential was amazing. It resonated with me 100% because that's how I see it. I realized I am living in a dream about 10 years ago, and I was in an environment I wasn't happy about, and I realized I came here to fulfill the dream, my deepest desire. And I just said to myself, I want to help people become the greatest versions of themselves and live in abundance doing it. And that's what I'm doing right now. How did I manifest that dream? Because I had a vision. And when you are consistent in your vision, the universe cannot help but open its doors to you. And diving deep into the rabbit hole is just about questioning everything we have been told about society, the world, what we're watching on the news. Not being so quick to believe what people say, but knowing it for yourself. Not externalizing our power, but seeing that the power lies within ourselves. A lot of people say, I want to be more beautiful, more handsome. But you have to ask yourself, more beautiful in the eyes of who? Because if it's from external sources, you will always try to live up to their expectations. But once you see yourself in the highest, most positive regard, you develop more well-being, more happiness. And yes, it's just a feeling, so it will come and go. But it will last forever if it is imprinted in your heart space. It's all about asking yourself, how much love do you have for yourself? How much self-care do you have for yourself? And how much patience do you have for yourself to become the magnificent being you know you are? I've seen it just by meditating. I am stepping more into my true authenticity. I am becoming whole. I am transcending this duality of happiness and unhappiness and stepping into the true flow of life. And it's all about removing this separation we have all around the world. Israel, Palestine, black, white, it's all an illusion. We are all one. And that is what did it for me along my journey. That's when the real magic started to happen. When I let go of my identity, I freed myself. Because I said, I am not a nationality. I can talk to anyone on the planet. It doesn't matter your color, where you're from, because I'm an infinite being. And once I let go of all of that separation, great things started to happen. Because it's a crash moment. You are going to crash into someone a belief system has told you to resent. And you will find that that person may help you in unimaginable ways. I love the times we are living in. I say that happiness is a conscious choice. And that's why every day I surround myself with people who uplift my spirit. And I realize I have a gift and I am not going to throw it away. You must be out of your damn mind. We are here having fun. Be the best you can be and share with me what makes you happy. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace.